Back just a 1/16, man. A little bit more, right there. Okay. Ahead just a 30-second, man. Okay, you're good. What I'm doing now is putting down these foam closure strips, and they just come from my metal supplier. And you can see they're just basically they got a sticky bottom, and they're gonna get compressed underneath that edge of the steel, and it's gonna stop or prevent wind-driven rain or snow from blowing up into your soffit. So make sure if you're getting a building put up, you ask your contractor if they're using closure strips both at the eave and some sort of a vented ridge or closure up at the peak as well. Take her back just a scotch, man. Like we're talking, yo, that was easy. Now you will see that there's no marks on the steel. We don't punch the roof steel, and that's because there's always a line between efficiency and quality and what you can you know, make work versus what you need to do to make it look perfect. When I look down these screws, they're not perfect, but they're good. And we want to be efficient up here. That is money straight, Greg. You should see it.
That's good.
Yeah, it's really good. All because of the layout specific of this building with all the porches that you'll see us build in the future. So definitely make sure you're subscribed or hit that bell for notifications on future build videos. But one of the things I wanted to point out is that normally we never have to rip any roof steel, and that is because at 1 foot increments we can always lay it out so that we've got a rib tucked underneath of our gable trim. With this building specifically, I wanted the ribs of the roof to line up with the ribs of the wall, but the wall steel had to be laid out perfectly in order to make sense with all of the roof ribs on the porches down below. So you got to look at the big picture. What that means for us is we've got a rib 6 inches away, and we don't want water getting in there and getting into the soffit. So what we did was we basically had to rip our sheet and then bend up with those benders a nice 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch lip to stop the water from moving. So there you can see now we've got that bend up out here on the edge, and when our corner trim caps this, all the water that goes right here will work its way out at the bottom instead of potentially wind-driven rain getting through this and around into your soffit. Now this side of the roof is going to be a little bit trickier because it's got this garage roof underneath of it. We can't just drive the scissor lift. I don't have my boom lift here. I don't think I'm going to bring it. So what we did was, you can see back here, we've got these 2x12 planks to kind of disperse the weight so I can walk up this roof and keep working on this area here. We had one purlin. You know, sometimes during the manufacturing process of the trusses, they're not perfect, so we straighten out the one side with a string, but when it comes to the other side, we can't really, you know, re-straighten it. We could leave all these tails off, run a string line and do that, but normally it's really good, really close. And so we got one that we just don't like. It's about 1/4 inch off. We're gonna cut it, then fasten that fascia back and get this side roofed. got it. Uphill, Zach. Uphill, uphill, uphill. Greg, you do that. Yeah. Okay, I'm walking, Greg.
Colin dropping the 10.
Okay. Yeah, Zach. Hold up. Okay. Get it out over, get it out over. Nice. See, what I realized, Zach, is really it's not your fault, any of those earlier incidents. It's my fault because I wasn't communicating.
Even though Zach may not talk much, needs someone to talk to him.
Yes, and so I apologize. I won't fail you again.
Can you give me my water?
Where's it at?
Should be the only bottle of water that's full.
Say drinking hot water out of a plastic bottle is not good for you. It's no way you can handle it.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What'd you say? That's my build up for you, Greg.
Is that our battle music?
I got you, don't worry. The wind took you.
It did.
I know. Don't worry, I was here.
Depending on where the panel is, on the left, it's got a deeper tone. That's like your the bass. You go towards the middle, it's like your snare. You good?
You guys like a loose feeling to the board for a second.
You need water?
Probably. It has been a hot one, but as you can see, we've got one more piece. I just came down to rip that down to a 2-foot piece, put that bend up on the end to tuck underneath our gable trim, and it has been a hot afternoon, but I'm glad to have this upper section of roof just about done. And then we'll probably start on some soffit fascia, take an easy rest of the afternoon because man, it feels good to have no wind. But a breeze, that would be nice. I get asked a lot about where our soffit comes from. It's a pre-cut panel that comes from MWI. And they actually use the same paint system that's on our steel